Now let's talk about design. I think this is what drew me to Peak and many others when they see it, it's like, oh, I just want to be here because in this fast-paced environment in Dubai, this really feels like I'm on a retreat. So you work together with an Italian designer, but I know we talked before, most of the thoughts and the design was in your mind, right? Take us through that. Well, why did you design it like that? I feel like it's a brutalist design, but what was your thought process in even building your studio?
Yeah, design in fitness and wellness, it's always been very rough and very like serious, and it's not, it's underrated in the business plan, right? You just focus on the equipment and
Mm-hmm.
focus on the trainers and the front of house team, but design has been always, it comes last. So I wanted to start with design first. I wanted to create something completely new, completely different,
Mm-hmm.
because the concept is different, and it's the first social wellness club in the region. So design has to be completely different than the usual, like fitness studio or a medical clinic or a longevity clinic. So we had to create something that makes people, completely disconnect, pause, reset, uh, connect with every small part of the place, from the daylight and the high ceiling and the earthy concrete, that actually reflects on your nervous system. Like
Yeah.
the second you go inside Peak, you feel that calmness, you feel that regulated nervous system that it hits you, right?
Yeah.
So I wanted to create that atmosphere, and because we go back to your question on the behavior of people in the cold plunge and in the saunas,
Yeah.
it's an extreme thing to do, right? To be in cold and hot. So the atmosphere is very important, for people to feel safe,
Yeah.
to feel comfortable, to see other people doing it and they're doing fine.
Yeah.
They're not scared, or they don't look nervous. So that atmosphere and the design makes people want to do extreme stuff. It's always, you see a cold plunge in a small dark room where no one is next to you, and they lock you in and put you in 5 degrees, and at the end of the day it's an experience,
Yeah.
right? It's
Mm-hmm.
uncomfortable, but it is an
It
experience.
is.
You don't want to go through that. So design is very impactful, very important, and I put it as a priority from day one.
Yeah. What is the biggest design element that you get feedback from different people that they're like, oh, I like this part of the studio?
It's definitely the full moon.
The
We
full.
created the full moon above the cold plunge area, the communal area,
Yeah.
and people really feel the connection between, the sitting in the tub and looking at the full moon. It gives that calmness, and you feel like you're in an outdoor place while you're indoor. It
Yeah.
gives you that feeling that you're not like in a room, or you're not in an industrial area. You're completely out of that space.
Yeah. And then let's talk about the contrast therapy. What actually happens to your body when you're doing that from heat to cold and heat again?
It's the shock,
Okay.
the shock therapy. We call it the shock therapy, right? Where you start with the cold and you alternate between cold and hot. Hot where you sweat everything
Mm-hmm.
the body don't need, and the cold is where you lower your inflammation, lower your lactic acid. You give your body a chance to regulate in a way, right? Especially with the blood circulation. So that shock between extreme coldness and extreme hot, this is exactly when you reset your
Yeah.
body.
Okay. Okay.
Other than, feeling like great and
Yeah.
boosting your mood, right?
Yeah.
People literally do it now. They they don't focus on the benefits, the deep benefits of, releasing all the toxins in the sauna and lowering the inflammation. People just want to feel good.
Yeah.
They want to feel positive. They want to have this positive energy all over their day. So
Yeah.
they start with a contrast therapy.
Yeah, yeah. So you're thinking it's just positive, but yeah, definitely. I've seen the research in it. Like it's literally like the toxins that you have in, the inflammation that you have in your body, it brings that all down.